Greetings everybody and welcome to part 3 of my celebration of SML reaching 1 million subscribers. Despite the fact that at this point he has already passed 1.5 million. We will be looking at the top 10 best SML videos this time around. And remember that this is a fan voted list. So if your favorite video didn't get on here, please don't get mad at me. Also remember that the latest video at the time of the vote taking place was Bowser Jr. stubs his toe. This means that videos after that, such as Jeffy's parents, won't be on here. Either way, don't blame me if your favorite video didn't get on here because it either didn't receive enough votes or you simply didn't vote at all. And let me just say, a lot of you voted. Which video comes out on top? Well, let's find out. Coming in at number 10 and the winner of the tiebreaker is Bowser Jr.'s NumberFour. I'm quite happy that this rather underrated video made it on here. While a lot of people think that this is a good video, many people think of it as not much more than an over-glorified camera test, which was frankly the original intent of it. Now let me rebuttal by saying that those who say that must also think that Super Mario 64 is nothing more than an over-glorified Nintendo 64 tech demo. See how that doesn't work? Although granted, I can kinda see where they're coming from for this video. Despite that, I love the quick pacing of this video. It doesn't meander around like many videos, where it takes a good couple minutes to have things get set up. But no, this video is actually really good, having a quick setup and keeping up a constant pace throughout the video. I wish more videos were paced like this, as opposed to taking a few minutes out of the video to just get to the plot. You could say that if the plot isn't set up slowly, it feels too rushed, but especially in a video like this, the whole plot is that Junior Company have a NumberFour, and I love it. All of this, in tandem with some of the neat camera shots and some of the effects used, makes this a pretty good video, and more than deserving of a number 10 spot. And coming in at number 9 with 2.5% of the main vote, and coming in at 4th place in the tiebreaker, is The Perfect Plan. You know, a lot like number 10, a lot of people love to hate this video for little to no reason. While I can't make people have a different opinion than me, many people who criticize the video simply criticize it because it's popular and not much else. Oh, I don't like Puppet Bowser. I don't like the more serious tone. Oh, I don't like no arms. I mean seriously, I see this as people simply nitpicking because it's popular with many others. Every argument makes less and less sense, but if you really don't like those things, don't worry, they're only here for one video. And while I agree having this serious tone all the time would more than likely be a bit of a drain, I don't think that for the occasional video this formula of Bowser actually being evil as opposed to an idiot would be a bad thing. Sometimes you need to mix things up a little. And that's why I like this video. It was a departure from the normal video Logan would make. Although normal and rather safe videos do have their place, such as with NumberEight. Coming in at number 8 with 2.5% of the main vote, and the 3rd place in the tiebreaker is Chef Pee-Pee's birthday surprise. Something I've been telling Logan throughout 2017 is that he needs to experiment, because having the same type of just alright video over and over again gets repetitive and boring. But what happens when said experimentation goes awful? Well, then it's time to go back to what is known to work, at least for a little while. Enter Chef Pee-Pee's birthday surprise. Chef Pee-Pee's birthday surprise was basically an apology video for Jeffy's bad word, and Logan made sure to play it safe on this video. And I think it turned out well. This video had a feeling to it I can't really describe outside of the word cozy. It had a nice, safe feeling to it. Sometimes when there is a departure from the norm, we need to go back to what is known. And while this video was still goofy and had some funny moments, it was a nice and touching video that didn't try and put all its eggs in one basket, hoping one joke would carry the whole video to success. Because when that happens, it either works really well, or the video is despised. I think my only gripe is that this video kinda dragged in parts. That's one problem I have with playing it safe. Playing it safe usually also means that the jokes are toned down to make sure it doesn't offend anyone too greatly. Despite that, this was a good video nonetheless. But let's get back to some weird stuff, shall we? Coming in at number 7 with 2.5% of the main vote, and a second place in the tiebreaker, is Bowser Jr. Summer School Part 3. Well, this is certainly a blast from the past. Bowser Jr. Summer School Part 3. For those who don't remember this video, it's the video where they do show and tell. And I can see why people really enjoyed this video. It's funny at almost every turn, with each student bringing in something hilarious for show and tell, like Cody with his medicine, Black Yoshi with his Call of Duty, and Pixie Goblin with his sword which is sewn onto his hand. Ironically enough though, I think my least favorite part was the titular character, Junior's, show and tell presentation, which was just him basically arguing with Chef PP on what he can do. Although you've gotta love the reactions to Toad's show and tell presentation. Those were great. Overall, a really good video in an already good series of school videos. Coming in at number 6 with 2.5% of the main vote, and the winner of its own tiebreaker vote, is Mario and Luigi's Stupid and Dumb Adventures Season 1. Yes, the whole series. Well, I'm now beginning to regret giving people the ability to put a whole series of videos on here. I don't want to have to compress my thoughts on Mario and Luigi's Stupid and Dumb Adventures Season 1 in just one short segment, but here goes. The season is alright. Frankly, I prefer Season 2, and here's why. Season 1 was hilarious, and if you're looking for comedy, it is something you will definitely enjoy. Nothing serious really goes on here, and it is solely Mario and Mom Luigi getting into a bunch of crazy antics. The problem? There isn't much suspense in any of these adventures. Sure, there's a fight between Mama Luigi and Bowser, and Mario gets raped by Donkey Kong, but it's mostly just comedy, even in those moments. Admittedly, there is that one episode where Mario goes to prison and is almost raped by Bubbles. Right! But for the most part, that's the extent of anything really serious. Compare this to Season 2, where multiple people die, Bowser has superpowers and can revive dead characters so that he can use them to try and kill Mario, Mario goes to prison again, gets attacked by a ghost, and a lot more in terms of actual serious moments. Yes, the comedy is still there, but the adventures actually have hang-ups. That all being said, I still really like Mario and Luigi's Stupid and Dumb Adventures Season 1, and I clearly see why others like it too. But speaking of serious videos, coming in at number 5 with 2.9% of the main vote, and second place in its tiebreaker, is Bowser Jr. Goes to Military School Part 1. Yep, Jr. Goes to Military School Part 1. This video had been awaited for a long time, and let me just say, it did not disappoint. This video had Jr. actually get punished for something for once. Normally, Jr. gets away with anything and everything he does, but not this time. Jr. went to military school, and Sergeant Brooklyn T. Guy made sure that Jr. and the others there got some real punishment, including blowing them all up in a minefield. Oops. And when the obstacle course simply wasn't enough, Sergeant Brooklyn T. Guy made sure to degrade and break Jr. even more. What's more, this all took place on a real base, which was a nice touch. Overall, I thought this was a pretty great video where Jr. finally gets what he deserves, and a great beginning to an excellent two-parter. Coming in at number 4 with 2.9% of the main vote and winning the tiebreaker is Mario and Bowser's Stupid and Crazy Adventures. Well, would you look at that? Another full series. Oh boy. So what can I say about this series? Well, I really like it. Why? Well, that being because instead of being what is supposed to be a true adventure series, this series is clearly advertised as a silly bout of adventuring for Mario and Bowser. What's more, Mario and Bowser play off of each other perfectly. Bowser's a brain-dead idiot willing to try anything to get his methods to work, usually at his own cost, and Mario is much smarter and actually uses his brain. Using both of these provides a whole load of comedy since it all pretty much writes itself. This, and we have some great moments such as the waterboarding scenes, and one of the final scenes in this series, and you've got a great series on your hands, and one of Logan's best. And coming in at number 3 with 4.2% of the vote is Bowser Jr. Goes to Military School Part 2. And here we have the sequel to Jr. Goes to Military School. While the first video showed the beginning part of Jr.'s punishment, it seems Sergeant Brooklyn Guy went a bit over with punishing Jr. by completely turning him into a robot. And no, not the good kind. This episode is the one that actually is supposed to make us feel bad for Jr. And with the exception of those devoid of a soul, I'd say it works. Sure, Jr. has done a ton of bad things, but this punishment Jr. receives is still extreme. This requires Joseph and Cody to have to snap Jr. out of it and back into having fun and regaining his normal personality. And the ending is simply spectacular. Bowser deciding to not send Jr. back to military school after he breaks the table again because Bowser realized that it wasn't effective and did nothing more than turn Jr. into a robot. Overall, a great ending to an amazing pair of videos. And coming in at number 2 is Jeffy's Homework with 5% of the vote. Oh boy, so I have to talk about Jeffy's Homework in a positive light. Well, it isn't awful, but this video has always just felt a bit overrated to me. And the fact it arrived at the second place spot on this list doesn't help my thoughts on this. I mean, is there something I'm missing about this video? A bunch of the jokes drag. While the video had some funny jokes, the 8 minus 4 equals 8 joke dragged on for so long I ended up not finding it funny. The ending, while somewhat funny, also felt really stupid. Some of the subjects Jeffy had to study for also felt like a waste of time because Logan would barely spend any time on some of them and just move on. To the video's credit, the jokes that hit home for me hit home well, but the rest I just can't see. I don't think the video is terrible, but in my opinion, it's just okay. Certainly not second place on this top 10 worthy in my opinion. But hey, it was your votes, not mine. And coming in first place with 5.9% of the main vote, it's The Big Thanksgiving. And here we have the video I gave my very first S rank to, The Big Thanksgiving. And I gave this video an S rank for a good reason. This video is simply superb, gathering up a bunch of SML characters and giving them a role, whether major or minor, and putting them all in one great video. The jokes were funny, the characters were great, it had a similar sort of cozy feeling to it like I described in Chef Pee-Pee's Birthday Surprise, and overall it was just great. But there's actually something that I thought of a little while ago while thinking about this video. The video kind of acts as an excellent bridge for old SML fans to new SML. Because, like it or not, new SML is quite a bit different than old SML, and I think that a lot of people were simply caught off guard when they were suddenly thrown into a flood of Junior videos with no Mario, Shrek, or Woody videos in sight. While the situation has changed a bit since the release of this video, like it or not, many old SML videos and characters simply aren't coming back. When was the last time we saw Tony, Mom Luigi only usually makes a rare cameo appearance at best, but we haven't seen him in ages. Woody appears infrequently, and while Shrek appears somewhat often, it is nowhere near the amount of Mario, Jeffy, or Jr. This video kinda acts as what I can only describe as, despite being right in the middle of all the Junior videos, a send-off to old SML. A last goodbye to an era that, despite what many fans may long for, will never come back. And not just in what characters were in videos, but video styles as well. Logan will never be a young kid playing with his plush characters again with pretty much no care in the world. Like it or not, this is Logan's job now, and a lot of work goes into it if the vlogs are any indication. Does this mean older SML is superior? Of course not. It has its own share of problems. But this was the final video that truly acknowledged it, and it won't be back. This was a great way of sending that era off, albeit a bit late. So that's only 32%. Where did the extra 68% go? Well, you guys ended up spreading it out across a bunch of other videos that only got 1 to 4 votes apiece. So, yeah, that's where those all went. Well, there you have it. The top 10 best SML videos fan edition. The top 10 best SML characters fan edition will come out whenever it's finished. I'll try and make it soon, but I don't want to promise anything this time, just in case. Well, thank you all for watching, and take care.
Right into your mind.